Welcome to The Journey.
Chapter 7 Law of Non-Resistance. Resistance as a means of securing peace and harmony is a mistaken and misleading idea. True harmony cannot come from disharmony, nor peace from discord. Resistance fails because it is not in accord with harmony and order, which is the law. The Master's doctrine that resist not evil seems a paradox to some of us. It seems contrary to the natural reactions of the body. For when we meet with opposition, it seems natural, and we use whatever means we have to outwit and break down the opposition. As contrary as it may seem in one sense when it pertains to the more serious things in life, we are unconsciously using the law in trivial and material things. Why do you suppose businesses keep the doors wide open in the stores where you shop? It is to let prosperity come into the store without even having to open the doors. Have you ever noticed the number of people who walk through an open door in comparison to the number of people who open a door? Have you ever wondered why stores have stairs going down instead of up? It is easier for people to walk downstairs than to climb up. This psychology is used freely in any large business. Businesses study the law of non-resistance and the simple ways that it can be used on the unsuspecting public. A salesman will study the ways of selling an article. He will approach a customer and carefully present his product. He will bring out comparisons and other similar products. He will praise his product and show all of its good features, trying all the while to avert any objections or arguments in the customer's mind. In this manner, he leads the customer to a positive acceptance of his product. He will get the customer to say yes to so many things that before the customer is aware of his action, he is signing a check or a contract. Salesmanship is built on the law of non-resistance. Successful businesses everywhere are using the law of non-resistance. Whether we realize it or not, we're always selling ourselves to our friends for approval or disapproval. We are ever striving to put forth our best selves and inwardly want our friends to see us in that light. A man wishing to meet a certain young lady will try every means to gain an introduction. Then he will put his best foot forward, act his best, and make the most pleasing impression. Why all this extra effort? He wants to make it easy for the lady to like him and wish to know him better. He is trying to sell her on the ideal that he is the best choice for her as a companion and friend. He is unconsciously using the law of non-resistance. Why does this young man put forth his best side? You may think this is natural. It is a habit or a custom. Yet we are governed by habits and customs. Sometimes while working for prosperity and good health, we unconsciously put oppositions in our own path through this force of habit. Some are working to gain success and to bring an increase in supply or material wealth, yet are in the habit of talking and fearing hard times. We may talk about our neighbor or criticize the method he used to get ahead. When we do these things, we are being very foolish. In fact, as a foolish merchant who advertises extensively a sale on a certain day, after getting his patrons all keyed up for the sale, he bars the doors and closes everyone out. We may call him crazy, but some people are just as crazy at times when they want supply and prosperity to come to them, and then they bar the way with their conversations of poverty and discord. I understand that they have not learned how to think right, nor are they wise to the law when they choke off their supply of good with negative talk. The law does not require us to work over or against the things we do not want, but it does require us to work with and for the things that we do want. By being non-resistant and in agreement with all that is prosperous and using every means at our command to make it easy for prosperity to come to us. A little stream of water runs into a huge boulder, a fallen tree, or debris of bushes and decayed leaves. Does the little stream stop with the obstacles and wait for its build-up so that it can push the opposition out of its path? No, the little stream is not interested in the opposition, but it is focused on hurrying along and reaching the larger stream, then the river and the ocean. It doesn't waste time around the interference. That little stream winds its way round and round many crooks and turns, but every turn takes it closer to its goal. Some people, unwise to nature's method, meet an obstacle and stop their progress to collect their forces and put up a fight to remove the obstacle. Resistance causes friction. Friction causes irritation and inflammation. For this very reason, many people's lives are very hard and exacting. The waste of human energy is appalling. People in every walk of life are wearing out like obsolete machinery. It is not the movement of machinery that wears it beyond use and service, it is friction. If we go through life fighting, opposing, resisting, and arguing, we are bound to meet with many obstacles and likely become so occupied fighting that we lose sight of our real objectives. Whereas if we strive to make little resistance and keep our minds on the goal or desire, we may have to wind around and around, but as we persevere, we ultimately win. We reach our goal. A lesson we may learn from the stream is that when it is small and struggling, it has the most difficult time. In the beginning, it will have so many obstacles in its path that it is ever winding around to avoid direct opposition. Silently, it uses the law of non-resistance and it grows stronger in force and size. When it becomes a larger stream and then a river, its path is more direct and obstacles become less and less. We have our hardest tests and delays while we are weak in power and understanding. As we go on in faith, not fighting the obstacles, but blessing them and going on, faith and confidence grow stronger and we become like a great stream. Jesus expressed the law more simply. I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you, pray for them that spitefully use you. To extend a loving thought to anyone or anything removes the opposition and hostility. This removal must first be in the person's consciousness. Once the thought of hostility is removed from your consciousness, you will not attract the same condition again. Do good to those who hate you, because in doing good you rise above the thought of hate, and hate cannot touch your life. Bless them that curse you and pray for them that misuse you. Why? Blessing calls forth the highest good within you. The highest good within you can only attract the highest good from another. To attract such good removes opposition. Thus, to live the law with others about you does not especially favor the others as much as it favors you. If a man resists a situation, he will have it always with him. If he tries to run away from it, like a shadow, it will follow him, and repeatedly he will meet it again. If he ignores the situation and fearlessly works around it, he will find that the hard condition has been removed. Agree with thy adversary is another way of saying that nothing worthwhile is ever gained by argument. He who is convinced against his will agrees still. To disagree with one only causes that one to put on his full armor and collect all his forces in opposition to you. To agree with your worthy opponent leaves him defenseless and without need of his armament. To offer no resistance makes it easy for him to be friendly, and he who thought himself your enemy will find it a pleasure and a privilege to be a friend. Blessed are the meek. Compliant refers to the one who is able to follow the law of non-resistance to the point of inheriting the earth and all things thereof. To be meek does not mean to be an easy mark, nor to be a doormat for anyone to walk over. We are not asked to be martyrs of our beliefs, nor is it non-spiritual to speak out fearlessly and positively. The law reads, we attract what we expect. So if one believes that he is an easy mark, a doormat, a weakling, if he expects to suffer and must resort to warlike means for his protection, then he who lives by the sword shall die by the sword. The law of life reacts upon man according to his understanding and application. To be meek does not mean that we are submissive to the point of discord and disorder. We are meek only to the law. Such meekness gives us the power of spirit. Jesus was so strong in spirit that his disciples implored him to be their king. Do not confuse meekness with weakness. To live wisely, one must be strong and positive, though righteously meek. Such strength is not measured in physical brawn and muscle, but in mind and spirit. Meekness, then, is that strength appropriated when you do not argue, when you do not become angry or boastful, and proud when you do not insist on having your way. Meekness is the strength by which you win an argument by refusing to argue. When differences of opinion arise and your opinion is right, the real victory lies in the fact that right is right, regardless of what others may think or say about it. As a man applies the spirit of meekness to the principles of his daily life, not to the conditions, so he will be blessed. When perplexed, remember the little stream of water and how determined it is to realize its goal, and you will be that determined to realize the good that awaits you. Do not delay your benefits by putting obstacles in your own path. Every worried thought, every fear, doubt, complaint, argument, and angry thought are the many boulders you cast into your own stream. These tend to change your course and lengthen the time for you to reach your goal. Remove every obstacle by blessing it, and view stumbling blocks as stepping stones leading to your goal. This concludes Chapter 7 of Training Your Mind for Success. If you're getting results from these videos, please subscribe to my channel and share my channel with a friend. And in the meantime, have a good day, unless you made plans to have a bad day.